Welcome back, and joining me for a closer look at what's played out on the market scene today is Zwelakhe Mnguni from Benguela Global Fund Managers. Thank you so much for your time, Zwelakhe. Yeah, lots of company news out today, so I'll get straight into it. We did have one of the big news of the day being African Rainbow Capital Investments. Two pieces of news, their results, and also the announcement that they basically the delisting from the JSE, the intent to delist from the JSE has been cemented, also saying that they will change their domicile country from Mauritius to South Africa. So offering all the other shareholders R9.75 for their shares. We did see their stock surging today. Is it a bad day to be the JSE, but a good day to be an ARK Invest shareholder?
Yeah, so the share price was up about 6.5%, and I think the stock has traded at quite a significant discount against their stated NAV, and I think they probably I know that at one stage they were quite frustrated by the share price that is discounting them so much. And this is just one way of resolving the issue. But I don't know if they're not going to get pushback from investors in the stock for the offer price.
I'm wondering, though, because judging from the interim results, the company seems to have made some inroads. They said that they've reduced the discount in which they trade. The intrinsic net asset value ticked up 4.1%, also reduced debt. And I'm wondering if, it looks like they are in a new phase of growth. Does it look like that way to you?
Look, it's a private equity portfolio, almost like a kind of portfolio that is managed like a private equity fund. And the valuations go up and down. We saw with Remgo, and we'll talk about that maybe later. The valuations go up and down, but I do think that they have made some effort towards improving the transparency around the underlying assets. Still, I would still feel that the offer might get a pushback. If I was a shareholder, I would be pushing back.
Well, let's go into Remgro, another investment holding company. They came out with an interim trading statement today saying that the company expects its headline earnings per share to climb by as much as 43%. The stock did climb over 3%. Does it look like the major headwinds from the previous period have been worked out?
Yeah, it does look like that, but there's also a technicality in the numbers that I saw, and it did get me worried about them restating the impairment that they had on NatRef, and they seem to say that impairment that they put through last year was excessive, and there was an error in accounting, and I don't think it's a comfortable thing to hear from a company as big as Remgro.
All right. Well, let us go into logistics. Zwelakhe Supergroup came out with interim numbers today, seeming that all key financial metrics slipped, but that stock did climb over 5% initially. This has been a stock that had been under pressure, I think particularly in the period after they said that they were disposing of their share in SG Fleet in Australia, but seeming that buying activity has come back. I'm wondering why, considering that we saw quite some pressure on the numbers, unless maybe it's the outlook that investors are holding on to here.
Yeah, I think the exit of, in my view, the exit of Australia, I think was a good decision. I think the numbers did slip a little bit, but I think the market did kind of take some solace in the fact that they are reducing their debt to some extent, but the profitability did come under pressure quite a bit, in particular on the logistics side.
All right. Well, Zwelakhe, let us get to your stock pick for today. What are you picking?
I've picked Clicks. I believe that while it may look expensive on a multiple basis, I think it's a high-quality business that has performed relatively well. and it continues to gain market share in the sector. And I think the last numbers, they did show again that they are a better player than Discam in terms of how their retail business performed. So I believe that it will serve investors very well going forward.
Right. Well, thank you so much for your time and for your insight on what has moved investors' money today, Zwelakhe. That was Zwelakhe Mnguni from Benguela Global Fund Managers.